Coming up, week 2 overreactions, and the Niners are working out a bunch of running backs because there are a bunch of injuries at that position. But first, your San Francisco 49ers are 2-0 to start the campaign, and I understand they haven't won in the most prettiest of ways, but 2-0 is 2-0, so if you're pumped up about this start, like the video. I expect everybody who tunes in who's an actual Niners fan to like the damn video. Happy Monday. Welcome into the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Chase Sr. I hope your weeks are off to a good start. How could they not be when the Niners are off to a 2-0 start to the 2021 season? Today's show is presented to you by our friends at Magic Spoon. You can get $5 off the healthiest and tastiest cereal out there by going to magicspoon.com/49ers Report. That link is in the description of this video. So the Niners running backs are very banged up after 2 games. Jeff Wilson, he's been on PUP because of that knee injury that he suffered in minicamp. Raheem Mostert out for the year. That injury happened against the Lions in week 1 as he tore cartilage off of his knee. Elijah Mitchell went down against the Eagles yesterday because of a shoulder injury. Kyle Shanahan saying this afternoon, actual good news, he's going to be day-to-day. The bad news, though, JaMycal Hasty is, quote, going to be out for a while, according to Shanahan, because of an ankle injury. And Trey Sermon, on his first ever snap in the National Football League, picked up a first down, got jacked up, got slammed in the head, fumbled the football, then landed on his head, suffered a concussion. He is now in concussion protocol. And because of all these injuries, the Niners are working out a bunch of running backs. According to Adam Schefter of ESPN, a couple of them are going to be in Santa Clara trying to crack this team. Schefter said this, with the 49ers backfield banged up, San Francisco is bringing in free agent running back Duke Johnson, as well as Lamar Miller for visits, and also Kyle Shanahan saying that TJ Yeldon is going to work out for the Niners. Yeah, desperate times call for desperate measures. You take a look at what Duke Johnson did last year, only played in a handful of games. His best days are behind him. There are plenty of reasons why Duke Johnson and Lamar Miller, are still on the open market as free agents. They're kind of washed, but when you're down multiple running backs, you have to bring these types of guys in. Duke Johnson last year was really just okay. Lamar Miller, I'd say, put together a very nice NFL career. Played very sparingly last year, only 1 game. Before that, missed the 2019 season, but from 2012 to 2018, he was actually pretty solid with Miami, and the Texans had a couple of 1,000-yard seasons and is very, very experienced. 1,300-plus carries during that span from 2012 to 2018, little less than 6,000 yards, average yards per pop at 4.3, 32 touchdowns. He's also a threat in the air. How healthy is he, and how much would he be able to contribute to Kyle Shanahan's zone scheme, which really caters to running backs playing well? That is to be determined. But Lamar Miller, I just watched that Sunday Night Football game last night. That's why I'm saying Lamar Jackson. Lamar Miller, Duke Johnson, and TJ Yeldon all in for visits for San Francisco. There's also this. After Raheem Mostert went down last week with that knee injury, the Niners did sign Kerryon Johnson to their practice squad. Could that mean that a call-up to the 53-man roster is going to take place at some point this week heading into Sunday night's game against the Green Bay Packers? Whatever happens, we got you covered here on the channel. So if you had to pick one of these guys between Duke Johnson and Lamar Miller, which one are you riding with? Type DJ for Duke Johnson, LM for Lamar Miller. Be sure to get those votes in the comment section down below. Let's get to Overreaction Monday following this Week 2 win against the Eagles. And we start off with this. Niner fans yesterday on social media and during our watch party, in which almost 70,000 people joined us throughout the course of the afternoon, were in shambles by how Jimmy Garoppolo played yesterday. They were simply saying, Jimmy G ain't it. And I do have to admit, to start the game, and especially in that first half, Jimmy G wasn't good. He was consistently missing throws. He was taking forever in his progressions. I didn't think he got off to a very good start. And his stats at the end of the day certainly don't pop off the screen at you. 22 of 30, 189 yards, 1 touchdown to 0 interceptions. That drive right before half was a momentum changer, and I think that changed the complexion of the game and swung the momentum to San Francisco's side. And through 2 games, I think Jimmy G has been solid. he's been good. Maybe he's even been average. He certainly hasn't been great. I'm not going to go ahead and say Jimmy G has been bad, though. 39 of 55. He's completing almost 71% of his passes, 2 TDs, no interceptions, no turnovers, really, unless you count that fumbled snap on the first play from scrimmage against the Lions, and a quarterback passer rating of 111. Those are solid numbers. And when you evaluate Jimmy G, this is such a polarizing conversation because he's not the most dynamic quarterback, right? And he doesn't put up a bunch of huge numbers. And the injury issues have been maddening over time. But all the dude does is win football games. Throughout his career, he's 24-8. And what's the number one duty for a quarterback? What's the most important stat? At least in my opinion, it's wins. And Jimmy G has done a lot of winning, and he helped lead the Niners to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Also, in addition to 0 turnovers, 0 sacks this year as well. So he's not making bad decisions when he does drop back. And that momentum-changing drive right before the half, 90-plus yards, there were 2 of them yesterday against Philadelphia, zaps all of the energy out of the stadium. It flips the momentum, and I thought it changed the entire course of the ball game. So Jimmy G deserves credit for how he operated that drive in that 2-minute drill. And I think the most important thing so far is what we've seen is that Kyle Shanahan and the team have faith in Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, when you watch him, especially nowadays, when you have a bunch of dual-threat quarterbacks who are uber athletic, Jimmy G isn't really dynamic. You compare his athletic skill set, his running ability, his speed, his arm with Trey Lance, it really doesn't even match up. And I think that's why so many fans get frustrated with him, and they're calling for Trey Lance like they were yesterday to enter the ball game when the Niners didn't pick up a first down the entire first quarter, which hasn't happened with this franchise going back to 2016. I understand that. But Jimmy G has been such a steady presence when he's been able to stay on the field for San Francisco. Speaking of Trey Lance, you know who really didn't care at all that Lance didn't play yesterday? Joe Staley, former offensive tackle, a great 49er, who's now doing some media stuff for NBC Sports Bay Area. He said this about Lance not playing. He agreed with it. It was a game where there really wasn't an opportunity for Lance to come in. Once they operated and started moving the chains, Jimmy was operating very effectively in the offense. It's a completely different dynamic, especially playing on the road in a hostile environment, to bring Trey in and have the mesh points. It's a completely different offensive system with Jimmy G, and I think it was a smart decision because Jimmy was playing so well today to keep Trey on the bench. Well, Joe Staley, he didn't play well in the first quarter, but everything after that, I thought he did play pretty well. Were you surprised that Trey didn't play? We're spitting bars here on the 49ers Report. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Get those votes in the comment section. I was surprised because even in short yardage situations, I'd expect Trey to be on the field, but Jimmy G, 4 for 4 in quarterback sneaks on short yardage situations. I think the quarterback sneak goes down as the most underrated play in football. You know what's not underrated, but people are undervaluing? That's Magic Spoon cereal. It is straight up delicious. And here's the thing. It's healthy, it's tasty, uses quality ingredients, and per bowl, you get under 200 calories, 13 to 14 grams of protein, 0 grams of sugar, 4 grams of net carbs, and all of the flavors that Magic Spoon has been trotting out for a long time now are guaranteed to rock your taste buds. Cocoa, peanut butter, frosty, fruity, they are all bomb. And I've tried all of them, and I like them all. You can try them too and get your money back guarantee if you don't like the products from Magic Spoon, but get $5 off using that link at the bottom of your screen. It's magicspoon.com/49ers Report. More overreactions to get to. Kyle Shanahan is overrated. Kyle Shanahan is way too conservative. There's a reason why Kyle Shanahan going into yesterday was 5 games under 500. This guy isn't as good of a coach as other people make him out to be. Now, in the first quarter, when the Niners didn't pick up a first down against a very physical Philadelphia Eagles defense with a very good defensive line, this Niners offense wasn't good. And I didn't think Kyle Shanahan was good. He couldn't get the screen game going, even though there were a couple of drop passes from, I believe, Brandon Ayuk as well as Kyle Juszczyk. He couldn't get the ground game going. Jimmy Garoppolo was missing on his throws in that first quarter. No first downs for the first time since 2016. That's such a rare occurrence for a Kyle Shanahan-led team to basically be stalled offensively. But the beauty of football and the beauty of having a great coach is that these coaches can quickly change those narratives throughout the course of a 60-minute ball game. And that's what Kyle Shanahan did. Was he good in the first quarter? No. Was he good for the majority of that second quarter? No. But how about a 96-yard drive after the Niners defense held up well against the Eagles offense in the red zone, and then Jimmy G and Deebo Samuel just put on a show, and Kyle Shanahan's putting on a play-calling clinic. That's the beauty of football, is that Kyle Shanahan was able to overcome that sluggish start as a play caller and change the narrative very, very quickly. Also, you have to take stock in this. The National Football League is very, very hard, and the Niners had back-to-back road games to start the season. Not many teams across the NFL were doing that. They go from Santa Clara to Detroit. They spend a week in West Virginia. Then they got to go into Philadelphia for their home opener in front of a raucous crowd, and they escape with a 2-0 record. They're one of a handful of teams who are still undefeated going into week 3. And I think my big takeaway from yesterday's game, after I went back and rewatched it, is this. There is a lot of value in winning football games in the NFL in a variety of ways. Week 1. Niners put up the most points offensively of any team across the NFL. They lit up the scoreboard. Week 2, they only score 17 points. It was a defensive-oriented, ugly, weird, very physical game in which the Niners couldn't really do anything offensively, didn't muster that many points, but they still escaped both of those games with victories, and they did it in different fashions. That's what I like about the makeup of this 49ers team. And when you look at Super Bowl contenders, Super Bowl winners, they find a way to win games in weird ways and in different ways, in a variety of ways. That's what the 49ers have displayed so far. Great Kyle Shanahan's game on Sunday. A, B, C, D, or F. I can already guarantee people are going to be overreacting to this in the comments section, but it's all good. The Niner faithful, they were loud and proud at Lincoln Financial Field. Part of the reason why this fan base is so great is their passion. Be passionate in the comment section right now. Another overreaction. The secondary stinks. No more Jason Verrett. There have been injuries there. We signed Dre Kirkpatrick, Josh Norman, Deommodore Lenoir was getting cooked. Let's explore all of this really quickly. So Josh Norman wasn't with the team throughout training camp or the preseason, and he got the start yesterday against the Eagles because of all the injuries that have happened in the secondary. And he did get flagged for 2 pass interference penalties early in this game. That's to be expected. Now, I thought they were bang-bang plays. Josh Norman has always played a physical brand of football at the outside. I thought he actually held up well, and he recovered from a slow start to finish well, and that was really the overarching theme for the secondary and this whole team, as I've been thinking about it here. They started slow, they finished strong. Deommodore Lenoir on that Quez Watkins, Jalen Hurts play that went for 91 yards before the Niners defense bent but didn't break and buckled down there on the 1-yard line. Lenoir was getting targeted. He was getting cooked in the first half of this game. But like the rest of the team, Deommodore Lenoir made some adjustments. He didn't panic. He didn't get flustered. And for a rookie to show that cool, calm, collected nature, he has that dog in him. I love to see Deommodore Lenoir overcome getting targeted and cooked early in this game. And I thought the secondary really settled in. I mean, Jalen Hurts and this Eagles offense didn't do anything. They couldn't put the ball in the end zone for a majority of the game until late when they scored that touchdown in kind of garbage time fashion. You take a look at Jalen Hurts' numbers. He was very good in week 1 against the Falcons, threw for 3 touchdowns, was very good on the ground as well as in the air. The Niners defense able to shut him down. He completed less than 50% of his passes at 12 of 23, only 190 yards. And I thought Jalen Hurts really was held in check by this Niners team, and a big reason for that, the adjustments made in the secondary. Big bounce-back game for defensive coordinator DeMeco Ryans after the Niners almost blew that 38-10 lead in week 1 against the Lions. Your one-word reaction to how the Niners played defensively yesterday. I have a couple of one-word reactions. Solid, recovery. Those are my 2 one words. Get your one-word reactions in the comment section right now. Eric Armstead has been the source of criticism throughout his career because some say he's a little bit overpaid. He's been way too inconsistent. You know what he hasn't been through 2 weeks? Inconsistent. He is second in the NFL in pressure rate at 28.2% according to Pro Football Focus. That means that on his rushes, he is generating pressures at a 28% clip. Very good number, second in the league. And Alex Mack. As I said earlier, Jimmy Garoppolo, 4 for 4 on quarterback sneaks yesterday. It is such an effective play when you can execute it. Last year, given the injuries to Weston Richburg and the uncertainty at the center position, I'm not sure Kyle Shanahan would have called those plays in those situations. He did, though, because he had confidence in Jimmy G. Most importantly, he had confidence in Alex Mack to pave open some space for Jimmy G to sneak ahead on those critical and clutch short yardage situations. I think he has been so good throughout the first 2 games. Not looking 35 years old at all. He is looking like a Pro Bowl caliber center. That's good news for this Niners offensive line. A reminder before I get out of here, subscribe to the channel. We had well over 60,000 people join us for our watch party for week 2, and we surpassed 40,000 subscribers, picked up 800 new subscribers on Sunday. That's a monumental feat. Most watched video, most subscribers picked up in one single day. Here's the deal. If you want the best 49ers coverage on the internet, subscribe to the channel, be a part of the faithful family here at Chat Sports, and hit that red subscribe button down below. As always, we appreciate you watching.